All right, hey, here at the winery about almost 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I was going to take a look at some vines. Right now, everything's been pruned or trimmed off for the next growing season because it is 9 March right now. So within probably another 3 weeks, first week in April or so, we're going to have bud burst. But let's take a quick look at some vines age-wise, right? And we'll zoom into some buds and just kind of take a look at what's going on here in March 9th of 2025 here on the beginning of really the growing season, growing cycle. Anyway, let's take a look here. What do we got? All right. So this here is an example of about a 28-year-old Cabernet Sauvignon Clone 15 vine, right? So we have our trunk. This is Cordon. Another Cordon here. So this is Cordon trained, spur pruned. So these are the new spurs right here. That's a spur. This is a spur. And over the years, you know, this was just a Cordon, and there was a little spur right here. And then the next year it was trimmed. There was another spur, and then another spur, and another spur, and another spur until we get to here. Just over time, you know, as a plant hardens up every year, gets woody, the old spurs just get bigger and bigger, so you start having this look to it right here. And we'll compare it to, let's do this one right here, side by side. So here's another Cabernet Sauvignon Clone 15 vine here, about 28 years old. Again, the trunk, the one Cordon. This used to have two Cordons, but for whatever reason, disease or just broke off or something, or they trimmed it because something was wrong with it they didn't like. The other original Cordon's been cut off and gone, right? And so it's been this one Cordon has been replaced with this replacement cane. So this was last year's spur, right? Became, when he grew, the bud burst, and it says focus right here. Come on, focus. The bud burst and grew its shoot. And over this winter, this shoot where the grape bunches grew, were picked this year. Instead of trimming it for the next bud, they let it stay long, and it became a replacement cane. So it replaced the missing Cordon here, right? And so this will get, over time, thicker and thicker to become more like a Cordon, right? Because it's going to replace the old Cordon. Right there. So let's kind of zoom in here on these buds, if we can. Wide, and we're going to zoom in really well. Focus. There we go. So there's a bud, and that will burst, and everything in that bud is it does contain embryonic shoots, embryonic leaves, embryonic grape bunches, the inflorescence, you know, that will turn into the grapes, tendrils and everything. That'll burst in a couple weeks. It has, you can kind of see on it right now. It has, let's see, how close can I get? Come on, there we go. It's like a little bit of fuzz right there. And that bud will burst and start growing. And then right next to it, we have another one. That was 28 years old. And let's get back here. There we go, 28 years old. But this one has been, the original Cordons have been cut off. And this has been replaced also. Different looks. Let's do a little view here. Now here's another interesting one. This one here, so it's been cut off a long time ago, a couple years now, probably, I don't know, 3 years ago. The trunk's been totally lopped off, and there was a chute all the way down here. Focus, please. Thank you. A chute was down here, and they were replacing the entire trunk with this here. So this is going to be, and then again, going to be cordon trained. A little classic little loop this way, loop it up around. And this trellis system, let me zoom out. So this trellis system that we are seeing here, there's a little better view, these two. So the big black cable, it's actually a drip pipe. So that is water drip system right there, irrigation. And then this system is called VSP, vertical chute positioning system. So we have wires, guy wires down here. They're all pushed down low to be below the buds right now. So when the buds burst and the new shoots come out and the bunches of grapes are here, as they grow and mature, they'll move the wires up, kind of click them onto levels here, and then up here, and then it'll kind of keep the green parts of the shoots growing up, not flopping over the grape bunches. The bunches will be down here because they grow just real close to where the shoots are, right? Or the shoots are where the buds burst. They'll grow out from there and kind of be in this zone here, and all the green parts will be up and flopped over, and they'll be about 6-7 feet tall in the area here. So they'll get to 6-7 feet tall, the shoots will, and then that prevents them from shading the grape bunches to allow the sun to hit the bunches to help them mature and ripen. So what else do we have here to look at? It's another example right there. After 28 years, the vines are kind of up there in age. It's a real young one. Another thing, chopped off at the bottom. Right there. Yeah. Now let's go over this one real quick. Let's take a look, see. Kind of walk right here. I want to show you this one right here. This is kind of why did they have this cane just kind of flopping into the breeze here? Not sure. Maybe they got away from them and they gonna use this to go this way. And they're gonna just let it kind of grow and eventually just let it just stick it in between the wires, because it's really not going to be a cordon, because the cordon's here. I'm just going to let it be a replacement cane to get some more vine over here. It's going to let it grow another year, and then they'll eventually kind of tie it to this guy wire here to make this vine fill in this area, so we get some more grapes growing here, instead of, obviously they haven't planted anything or replaced the missing vine that died off here a while ago. But yeah, it's just kind of fun to look at. Let's go over here. Look at these vines, the age of these. Again, another 28-year-old Cabernet Sauvignon vine. So a vine really is two different varietals stock, right? So the vine is really an American rootstock. At some point down here, that it was the Vitis vinifera Cabernet Sauvignon vine was grafted onto some American rootstock because the American rootstock is resistant against phylloxera, and they also have different traits. They may be good in drought, etc. Better in rocky, more soil. I wonder. Let's zoom in here. I I wonder, because I've noticed this a lot on vines, and I'm just speculating here. I don't know if anyone knows. Comment. But I'm thinking that this is the American rootstock, and this is where it was grafted. And this is the Vitis vinifera here, grafted to the American rootstock, whatever they used. It kind of looks like, if you ever have a weed whacker, you weed whack around poles or trunks of stuff, and you get close, the weed whacker hits it over time, and it kind of makes this mark, but we don't weed whack. So it's kind of a weird little thing, right? It looks different. I noticed it on really, shoot, all the vines now. Right? Yeah, it's like a very different thing. We don't have, I haven't found any new vines around on our vineyard yet that they planted just this year or last year. So these are all representative of some age. Let's just kind of look down right here. Oh, look at this. Why are we not focusing anymore? I don't understand this iPhone. Got a rock. You know what? Let's. I've got a couple of rocks here. This could be something, a little marker for us. We'll come and visit maybe this vine on occasion to see how this one is going. It's a nice, all original, 28-year-old vine right now. We'll just use this rock as our example, or just something to keep us in check. I'm sure we're going to see the right one. But yeah, beautiful. Just love walking around in the vineyard. All right, so I kind of droned on long enough. I'll see you guys come out to Livermore and do some wine tasting. All right, out of here.